Shalom, my name is Yehoshua. I'm making this video from Jerusalem. I'm a didactic scientist, and this is a comment upon Hitchens' interview on Red Eye. First, you said you don't hate um, God because you don't believe in Him, and then the reason I hate Him is because, or I don't like Him, is because of Aleph and Bet and Gimel. He eschews the birth canal and other miscellaneous and sundry complaints about the, particularly the Christian texts, which as a matter of interpretation, I'll not comment upon because it's a tenet of mine to respect others' beliefs, whether I agree or disagree. Okay. By the way, I was born Michael O'Donnell and raised until the age of bar mitzvah, a Roman Catholic, and my mother, just like yours, Hitch, being Jewish, I returned to those roots. But that said, and by the way, I recommend it very highly to you. You said because of what is written in the scripture that you that the world is coming to an end, and okay, this is the reason that you hate God and you hate what is written in scripture. Well, there's a lot of problems with the difference between actual and literal interpretation and actual meaning. But that said, let us comment. As a didactic scientist, I observed the phenomenon 18 years ago and was decided to follow the problems and see if it was confirmed. And so, what did I observe? I observed what for you, Mr. Hitchens, and for all others who are afflicted as you are with separation from your authentic self and from God, the religious people, regardless of which of the three monotheistic articulations you hold with, is called exile of man and mankind. The end of man and mankind's exile is the collapse of the local reality, and I observed it 18 years ago, and I've since observed and confirmed it. Now, if you object significantly to what is written in Scripture and the end of the world, let me be absolutely clear and explicit. The meaning of the collapse of the local reality is the end of man and mankind's exile, and it has meaning on four levels: the psychosocial, the behavioral, the cognitive, the psycholinguistic level. On the latter level, it has application and meaning to individuals in particular. I wish very much, for your sake, your secular humanist philosophical materialism that led you to atheism, which is a specious claim, and it's a fundamental misunderstanding of the tenets of nihilism. Well, but Nietzsche made the same mistake, and you followed after it. So good science and bad philosophy bifurcates. It even did with Einstein, and your background and your reading of literature and your philological model of education and development, particularly in respect of many of the cultures around the world, is impressive. But it is also bifurcated, particularly in the sense that you don't know who you are. You've not resolved your identity, and you're in denial since 1973, and I'm not saying these things to hurt you or to attack you. You're a confusion of mind, a very sophisticated, intelligent, and articulate confusion of mind, but nonetheless a confusion of mind. That said, the good news for you in your incarnation, the only you that you know, is the klipa of separation and exile, which is not the authentic you, and you're in denial of the collapse of that particular local reality. And you have to confront and face that, and you've run away from it since 1973. You're an angry little boy flaming for attention, and you're misusing your knowledge with epistemologic relativism. You have a political agenda in the closet, and you're spinning and you're conning everybody, and you're laughing all the way to the bank with your God. What is it? God is not great. Well, let me just say, express a personal opinion. Yehoshua Yaakov, the didactic scientist and author of Humanomics, which is, by the way, the post-convergence model for after the collapse of the local reality of both East and West systems, they converge to the middle, and the post-collapse of the local reality model, convergence model, is Humanomics in general, and its central organizing principle is receive to give, Hebrew kabel b'shvil tet. Receive to give means what? It means receiving the authentic you, to give the authentic you to the authentic you, who you don't know, who's never existed for you, in order to give that authentic you to your children, your family, your spouse, your children, your children, your family, your community, your nation, and the world. And that's really what I'm about, because the world in which I live is not a local reality world that derives by furicated logics from the Cartesian old duality. Even Einstein fell prey to that bad philosophy, as you have. I'm very much didactic scientist who embraces the Bell theorem of the inequality of the theorem that discovered and confirmed the non-local reality, and it is the non-local reality that is central to the collapse of the local reality. Why? Because it's only when we are in the ascent of man and mankind do we have revealed to us what is next on the order. And I would give you just a little perspective. 90% of matter that exists in the cosmos is invisible. And it's the non-local reality that is very significantly involved in that 90% of that matter. And what we see out there in the cosmos is just 10% of what is. And so that's pretty humbling. And so the God of the cosmos is a very big God, and he's imposed the collapse of the local reality, his infinite compassion, wisdom, and mercy, blessing very significantly man and mankind to continue his ascent. And his purpose is, of course, the redemption of men and mankind, so that you will know God and know your authentic self. And the quantum, the paradigm shift from behavioral mammal to cognitive being is now at hand. And where are you? You're off sucking a bottle of gin or Johnny Walker and flaming and lushing it up and telling everybody how great and brilliant you are, and that God is not great. But the truth of the matter is, Chris Hitchens is not great. He's got a hitch in his get-along, and the hitch pitch in Jerusalem is no sale. It's a non-starter, Chris. And so it'll come full circle. And by the way, about your specious challenge, you have to name for me a moral statement, etc., 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 that you're going around boasting, oh, even, no takers. Here's the answer, Chris. Quote, again for the 15th time, quote, the truth is the information that never changes, parenthetically, in finality, changing, parenthetically, in intentionality, close parens, full stop, end quote. That's the answer, Chris. That is the paradox, dilemma, dichotomy axis of man and mankind's redemption. I wish you good luck in your deconstruction of ground zero and deprogramming of the local reality mind that's so extremely bifurcated and confused, and impressing everybody what a genius you are. Humble yourself before the God of the cosmos and stop flaming for attention. And respectfully listen to your Rebbe Yehoshua in Jerusalem, who loves you and wishes you blessings in kabel b'shvil tet, and a special blessing to all in America. Thank you for listening. Shalom from Jerusalem.